Alrighty, so I am on Aries for career for the Christmas season, holiday season over the Christmas holidays. So here we go. I got a lot of these readings to get through and I'm rushed, so I'm just going to get right into it. I have a pyramid spread and a fortune card at the end. So we'll start with the first card here for Aries for their career. 12 is the songbirds. This is about hold on here. Just trying to illuminate the cards without overblowing it here. Okay, so the 12 is the songbirds, and they speak to gossip and things that are said that can be, how do you say? Let's hold on here. Things that are said that can be not of truth. So lies and things that can be not necessarily outright lies, but things that can be twisted and manipulated, gossip, this kind of thing. So we may be involved in this or have a lot of this going on in our spheres here, especially at work. Next card is the Ivy, talking about self and tenacity. I feel like the Aries is true to form. They are considering themselves highly here, especially in the line of fire here. If we're speaking about someone, we're considering ourselves and no one else. We're making ourselves a priority here. But they're showing me a hook. We may be hooked by something that was said to us that may not have a lot of truth to it. So be careful. It may be being said to get us riled up. Which they're going will work, but in the meantime we got to know when we're being baited. Okay, that's what they're letting me in on here. Next card is the Emperor. That is very much an Aries card, being in your power, and very much this woman is at work. She's scheduling and planning and da 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 da. Yeah, I feel like even through work, I feel like we're infusing ourselves personally in our work. I don't know if this is going to translate, but this is what I'm getting. It's like we personally feel things should go a certain way, so we're going to make it go that way, no matter if it's business or not. So there's a sense of this maybe can get in the way of things, but this is what we're doing. And I feel like it's a power play. The Aries needs to put things in a certain way in order to make themselves feel powerful. So we got to watch that, right? Especially when we're dealing with untruth and whatnot. But there's a tenacity toward it. So let's see where the Aries ends up. Yeah, solar plexus. And unfortunately, I get this is gummed up by that. We're getting a false sense of security here through our work and power plays that we do at work. And this hinges really on the personal emphasis we put forth. Business is business. We need to look at it as such. We need to not infuse our own personal opinions on others. We are doing this, and it's going to lead to havoc in the future, is the sense I'm getting. But for now, we're getting a great feed in our self-esteem, which is really our ego here, is what I'm feeling. I think we're getting it mixed up. We think we're feeding our self-esteem, but really what it is it's gumming up this sector, because we really need to do things because we're proud of what we did. We have pride, not ego. And so I'm feeling like there's something here we're going after, constantly trying to feed our pride here. We got to be careful. That's in the wrong way, if it's in the wrong way. As we go forward, we'll see where that sits, because that kind of feeds the whole pyramid here. As we move forward, we get 26, the Book of Secrets. This is not good when we have the songbirds with it as well, right? Songbirds start off and this is gossip and chatter that can not be of truth. I'm trying to say that in a different way. I can't get my words. And this here is the Book of Secrets, is keeping things tight-lipped. So let's keep going. Next card we have here is from the Alder Tree, and it's talking about oracle or teacher. Give me a minute. There may be someone in our midst here. Because they're going, the crow here is giving them instinct. And the first thing I did want to say was instinct. Keep your instinct, but that's kind of a blanket statement. I feel like our instinct is telling us what to do here, but are we listening? Not so much so. For our own benefit, but not the benefit of others, really, is what I'm getting. So, again, we're getting instinct highly. We may be, and know we may be, looked up to by others. This is this false sense of security here in the solar plexus. That also has to do with our joy and our way forward here. It's giving us a lot of joy, but again, we're dismounted from where we should be to come from a pure form here. We're really getting a kick out of things that are on the darker side. I'll just put it that way, okay? Because we're coming from our ego. It's not going to suffice over the long term. It's not going to sustain. So we may be a teacher. People look up to us and we're leading the way here. There's a lot we're keeping to ourselves because it benefits ourselves, but we're not sharing that. It's not really the way that we go outward. We're supposed to share what we know so that everybody knows and we can share in the wealth that everybody has because everybody else can share it as well. And again, this is being warped to simply to selfishness on the Aries side here. Knight of Cups. We have something here we're fantasizing about. Again, this is work, so it may be another job. It may be being with people, maybe any kind of scenario here where we are taking ourselves out of where we're at and putting ourselves into another position that we're not physically in. Now, it's right next to the teacher card. Now, the sense they're giving me is this is the warped mentality. We may have some Aries here getting a right kick out of things, because they're leading the way, showing other people how it's done, but it may be something that is not of pure form. I'll put it that way. And it's feeding us to a degree. It's getting us ungrounded. Okay, it's really what I'm getting. Next card is hope, because we're hoping for better things in the future. We may be just kind of really trying to grapple with things in our reality because we're not striving for better, which is not an Aries trait normally. They go out and get what they want. This is very complex. This may be having to do with issues here, dealing with self-esteem and ego issues, which are going to dissipate into this new year. The ego issues need to go. So if we're following our ego, we're going to find that we're going to have quite an imbalance. But nonetheless, people look up to us and we are quite disconnected from our reality, but we're hoping for better things in the future. Okay. Next roll. First card, 3, the ship, and that talks about travel. This could be in the mind as well, because I was getting a high sense of that from this, but it could be physically as well. Maybe traveling in the mind, and we may have a trip planned over the holidays. Next card. Gooseberry, which talks about comfort and success. I feel like wherever we're going or whoever we're going to see is going to give us great comfort and what's the other word? We'll feel very successful going there. I feel like the success they're going is attached to the work as well. We do feel, again, we do feel successful at work. We do feel like we are in that pride and ego zone. But again, not of the purest is what I'm getting. So next, we have the Lover's card. So it may be that we're joining together with a lover or spending more time with our partner in this kind of way. This house is for sale. That could, when we have the house and the ship, that could mean that we're moving house. So we could literally be relocating, and this could create a sense where we feel more calm and serene about things. We feel more comfortable in a new house or a new home or a new area. Next card is 21, the universe. Universal card. So there's a cycle here that wants to end out, and it may be, it may be within a job. Really, we may be moved through our job, that we have to go to a different place because of our job. This kind of thing. We may also need to travel for work that we never did before. I'm getting a switch. So if we are introduced into traveling through work, it is something we didn't do before, is the sense they're giving me. And again, move of house, we could actually be moving house. Now, the Lovers is also about unions as well. We could be pairing up or business partnering up with someone as well, but I get this card makes me feel a bunch of disjointment. So a sense that if we're partnering up, we got to move to their side of the tracks and go in their direction. Or there's a big upheaval in some kind of way, meaning like we either have to literally change jobs or change location, like changing buildings, this kind of thing, or location. But there's a sense of comfort here. We may even be being promoted to go outward to train others, is really what I'm getting. And we may have to travel to do that as well. Okay, so that's interesting. Now, next, on the left of the pyramid, we got 36, the cross, which is about burdens that we bear. So we may have a lot of burdens that we have in our midst here, family obligations, these kind of things that are quite heavy on us. I feel like the Aries is taking it in stride, but it's felt nonetheless. Okay, when we're alone, this is what we're thinking of. We have a lot of burdens. Next card is Justice and Challenge. Yeah, maybe a challenge dealing with the whole picture. We may have quite a, how do you say, our energy might get quite fueled in the job front. We feel very happy with where we're at. It's feeding our ego. We feel we're doing quite well in it, and we're excited to go forward. We may get promotions that are literally in different locations, but because keeping all the balls in the air. Now, if travel is a part of the job, we are needing to fit this in somehow. It's becoming a little bit of a hindrance. Even though we enjoyed our work and doing, we would rather just have it in one location, is the sense they're giving me. So it might be a challenge to take it on, but we're willing to do that nonetheless. Okay. Next card. Yeah, the Justice card. Now, the sense they're giving me with her is like, I'm on my feet, I'm tired, I'm doing. So we may have an Aries here, hell-bent and going in a new direction, and it may be disguised in the way of a promotion, but at the same time, we're going to be tuckered out to a degree that is burdensome to us, because they're going, oh, I can't wait to get off my feet. Like, it's a long day. We may be in a new job, okay? We may be running more, like geographically. We may be running here and there to places where we have to travel quite a bit. That is stretching out our day quite a bit more than we expected it to. But again, Aries not back away from a challenge, but finding it quite burdensome. This too as well. We're tired at the end of the day. If we got to travel, it's not as easy as we thought it would be to travel. It's stressful and it's draining, and we just rather be at home at that time. Is a sense you're giving me. So again, quite a challenge to stand up, but nonetheless, we're working our way through it. Next card. Accelerated motion. This is like the 8 of Wands. Yeah, things are going to happen quite quickly for this Aries, I think, over the time here. We may advance quite highly, quite quickly through ranks here. The sense I get is we're in training, and we may be training people below us, but we're going to move quite quickly through the ranks. We won't have long to settle in. Just when we get the knack of it, we're moved in a different department or a different area or doing different focusing on different things. This is the thing. It's almost really the training is what I'm getting. So it's going to go at a fast pace. I feel like this may be into the new year for some, but it could be happening now as well over the, just before the holidays. We could be notified of it. And then when we get back for holidays, then we'll be working in it. And it's going to be quite choppy and moving forward. Again, nothing the Aries can't handle. It's just going to be burdensome until we get our footing, literally. Okay, saying literally because here, there, they notice the woman looking at her foot like I'm on my feet all day, that kind of thing. So it might have to do with that. Okay, next card. This is the fate of things. 16 is about the stars, and that is about hope and faith in a position. We do have a lot of hope here and faith going forward. There's a lot of it's almost like I got to go through this, but it'll be worth it in the end. That kind of mentality is what I'm getting. Next card we get is the gorse tree, passion and strength. Yeah, because we do, enjoying the job. We have a lot of passion for it, and we're gaining strength as we open up our abilities. As we're getting trained in different areas, this is actually helping this. We may have a sense of ego at this time, but it's really going to work into a more pure form once we gain all these areas that we need to be trained in. Then it will become more of the joyful, powerful feeling that it should be without ego. We're just dealing and shooting people straight, and there's no bickering, nothing. I think the Aries is going from a place where they kind of had time to mingle with people to where they're not going to have time to mingle. And they need to be kept busy because devil's play toy is time on your hands. And they are the worst abusers of this. So if they get busied enough and they find that flow, and I feel like they're heading for it. I think they know they are, but it's just the in-between time, right? That play time that we have is too much. So don't leave them bored. Keep them busy. Partnerships are included in this. It may get along with people more in this certain area. I feel like there's a core group, and we go out and come back. We go out and come back, and we go out and come back. But this out and come back are going to be mustered up with different energies. And these different energies are going to fuel us in a different way, so we come back with a different frequency. That's what I'm getting. So it's all good. It's all to advance the Aries better forward here. 4 of Pentacles. That's about reorganizing. I'm getting that's the Aries looking at all of their stuff here having to do with work. How they deal, what they deal. And that's good because they need to do this. Because the way they were doing it before, again, they were getting caught up in things that weren't of a pure nature. And they may be recognizing this and going, wait a minute. I know what I need to do. I know where I want to go. And I'm going to go there. And I got strong partnerships to take me there. Okay, maybe I have to reorganize some stuff in the background. Because what I was doing back here, I might have to revamp that. And I feel like that's good because it's a reassembling in the right way. So this is good. Next card is wisdom, and there it is. Why? Because it's wise to go in a way of truth and dignity here forward, right? Because the Aries can get caught up in a lot of things that are not of. And as they learn, then they go forward. And again, they, even because I get a sense that as they learn, they'll be teaching for a certain amount of time. And then once they get their wings off, they go. There's no more teaching. It's like they're being taught, and when they're done, then they go. And it's almost like, I don't know if they're abusing the power trip here. It's the sense I'm getting. It's like we got an Aries going, oh, I'm the head of the class, and away you go. Then the head explodes and everything gets out of whack. But once you put them on the workforce, their ego goes down a level because there's busyness instead of fluffing my feathers. There's busyness here, keeps them busy. They got to reorganize. They got good partnerships around them. They have high expectations for the future that will be met, by the way. And the wisdom is coming forth to show them how it's done. Again, I feel that's instinctive as well as people around them. Again, they're going to be intermingling with different energies over the season or in the new season, in the new year, January. I'm getting 15th and beyond in January. This is going to be a whole different field. They want you to go in there. And I feel like they're going in there quite well. It'll be a smooth transition. So that is the fate that is good. Because these other ones on the side, they can be batted away with good instinct and good wisdom here. So next, I just saw something here. No, where was it? Right here. But anyway, I'll have to look on the feed. 28. I have to look this one. I think this is like the business dude, because they have a couple 28 since the male, and this guy's all in garb and whatnot. So I'm just going to look this up, make sure I'm not off here, because some of these cards, yeah. So leader, husband, partner, father, or soulmate. He stands like a warrior. So he feels the need to take change and knows that he is good at taking responsibility and being decisive. His decisions are based on rational, logical approaches, and he is not someone who is afraid to act. His focus is on a big picture, on matters of importance. And I think that's what the universe is doing here is, get him looking at a bigger picture here, because this little itty bitty picture we got, they're going in the wrong way. They look in a bigger picture. They got more they got to do, more they got to accomplish. So, and they strive to do that. Aries loves to do that, to accomplish that. And I feel like that would be, to me, be like the Emperor card, that power that they're going to exert forward. They don't back down from a challenge. And this is what they're taking on, and they're doing it in the best way that they can. And which, if you want the head of the crowd, I mean, the Aries is the way to go. Next. Rowan, protection and defense. So we may have to watch our back here. Just give me a minute. Yeah. I feel like this is controversy at the workplace. But nonetheless, we are taking charge. We are moving forward. We need to think about our own protection as we do this. So again, taking others into account. Even ourselves when dealing with others, right? Because the Aries can have a tendency to bowl over things and burn bridges, and they're going, oh, we can't do that anymore, because we got to work with these people again and again and again. So we can't just bulldoze over people. We do it so well, but we can't, because we got to deal with these people down the road. So this is what they're warning. That's really what I get here is the protection of stop and think before we let our anger or frustrations out in a certain way, especially at the workplace. Next card. 7 of Wands. Yeah, there they are. Taking action. That's the action, ready to move. They're getting their stuff ready in gear, and they're moving forward. So not only are they physically, just give me a minute here, I'll find it. Not only are they physically making change and moving things around, maneuvering, but mentally they've got pie charts and graphs and everything to back up what they're doing there. So this is really a symbol of that. They're on all levels prepared, is what I'm getting. They've been given a challenge and they're up for it. And not only that, they're going to thrive in it, is what I'm getting. Next card, we get a spiritual union. This is an oddity in here. We may be working with someone we have a spiritual union with. This could be someone we have a past life with. Very intuitive. This could be a partner, a possible partner for singles, I feel. For those that are in coupled relationships already, it may be a soulmate besides the one that you have in your marriage. Yeah, because a lot of, over this new year here, there's a lot of people going to be leaving partnerships to go to better ones. I'll just say it that way. So this could be a soulmate that is coming in the picture, and I am getting someone who is either someone who's very grounded in their relationship so they don't worry about it, or someone that is absolutely single and they're not really worried about getting in a relationship either. Nonetheless, there's a spiritual union coming, or someone here of like mind that really can help us move forward. This can also speak to a teacher, because we had that quite highly. Where'd he go? We had that quite highly here up in the pyramid. It was talking about a teacher or oracle, someone who is, have oddities happen around them, and we may feel quite attracted to them at first glance. But if we're in a partnership, we may just resist that and be all business. But it's a connection nonetheless, and this is someone that we can use as an ally and work and whatnot. And it may also be someone that we have as a business partner down the road in the future that we just accomplish a lot of things with on the business front. Really, everything goes well because it's like we don't even have to tell this person what to do. They're already doing things before we even, input. And it's like it just works very smooth, is what I'm getting. Okay, so that is the reading for Aries. Okay, we have a fortune card to end it all off. And it is the dragonfly. Have confidence during this time of great joy, renewal, and connection to spirit. That's interesting because it is a time of change. And obviously there's going to be change within the Aries because they are amongst change everywhere in the work front, is what I'm getting. We're coming from a place where we the sense that I'm getting is we kind of know what we're doing, and we can do it almost with our eyes closed. So we're getting to the boredom front, and the universe is going to kick you up a notch so that you don't get into trouble, because they can tend to stir up things and not know what they're doing. And then once you get on that road, it's home free. You'll be ascending quite highly and quite quickly in the job front anyway. So the dragonfly again is about confidence, having confidence during the time of joy, renewal, and connection to spirit, because they are there for you and they will be pushing you whether we give them credit or not. So that's good reading, actually. I'm pretty happy with that. I'm not an Aries, but so that is your Aries career reading. So yeah, if you're interested in any energy work or whatnot, I will be going into the Infinity Room. That's Infinity Readings and Reviews on Facebook in the new year, a little bit down the road, a month or so, and doing work in there. I will put the link below, and then we will talk to you then. So take care, have fun, be kind, Merry Christmas, and Happy New Year, Happy Holidays.